What's up YouTube? So for this review, we're gonna take a look my Play Art Sky Dante from the Devil May Cry 3 series. So before we open the figure, or before we're going to look at the figure, I'm going to show you the box or the style of the packaging of this Dante from the Play Art Sky, which is from Devil May Cry 3 series. Okay, that was based on the game. So this is the style of the packaging or the box of the figure. So let's just put aside this first. And so as you can see, the front of the box, we have a mirror reflection of the face of Dante from his rebellion sword, and then we have the title of a Devil May Cry 3 logo. So in this side the box, nothing special, only a Devil May Cry 3 logo, which indicated here. The back of the box, okay, so we have a sample post of Dante. Okay, so Dante with his ebony and ivory guns, with his Nivan. Okay, hopefully you can see the picture, because our lights is so dim. And we have, of course, Dante with his what we call this one, with his ebony and ivory, so a gunslinger form. Okay, so in this side of the box, okay, we have Dante. Okay, with this we have Dante with his rebellion and the title of the Devil May Cry 3. Okay, so this is our window type box. So as you can see, we have here an introduction for the Devil May Cry 3. So it really depends on you if you're going to read this one. Okay, so we have a window type here. So this is where the figure are going to display inside the box. Okay, so this is where the figure, you can see the figure here, and also it is very nicely done for the packaging of this Dante. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the figure itself for Dante. So here's Dante. Okay, so we'll be right back so that we can discuss the accessories, okay, the paint job, and also the articulation of this figure. So be right back, guys, stay tuned. So guys, this is the actual figure of our Devil May Cry 3 Play Art Sky Dante. So as you can see, it is very nicely sculpted, and then Dante is 10 inches in height. Okay, so I already measure his height, so he is 10 inches. So Dante has also an extra accessories, which is an extra hands. Okay, so an extra semi-open hand. So the purpose for this one is for holding his divan. Okay, his divan Nivan devil arms, and also his Nivan. Okay, so this is the Nivan. Okay, so it has two forms. So this is what we call a death sight form, and if we're going to bend this one, we can also transform this into a guitar form, so just like in the game. Okay, so this is the weapon of Dante when he summoned an electric bats. Okay, so it is very nicely sculpted. The paint job is very copied from the game, which is purple color. Okay, so very nicely detailed in these accessories. So as you can see, Dante also got his two twin guns or twin pistols, the ebony and his ebony and ivory guns. Okay, so Dante also equipped with his signature weapon, which is the rebellion sword. Okay, so we have the rebellion sword of Dante, very nicely detailed. So as you can see, there's the skull sculpted also. So if we're going to see the other side, so the skull emblem is also sculpted, but the difference in between the two sides is the other side has a horn, and then it also indicates here that the skull has an opening mouth. Okay, because this is the form of the rebellion when Dante awakened his devil trigger, just like in the game. Okay, so it has also a peg, so this peg also can be removed. Okay, so it can be removed. It has a peg holes here, which can we the purpose for this one is we have a hole here at the back of Dante so that we can insert it, okay, in his jacket. Okay, so very good accessories for this figure. Okay, so as you can see, we have also two holster for his ebony and ivory, so we can also insert our guns here at the back of Dante. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one, and we can insert in the holster of his back. So as you can see, very nicely detailed. Okay, and then the same with this one. Okay, I'm going to remove also this other gun. Okay, and insert here in the holster. Okay, so just like that, and we can insert our rebellion in the peg holes. Okay, so okay, so before we check the articulation of this figure, let me show you guys the paint quality of Dante. Okay, so as you can see, okay, so we have to carefully rotate his arm because this is very fragile. Okay, and then I've got this figure for almost 8 years ago, so this is a very old figure which I preserve in my cabinet. Okay, so if we're going to take a look of Dante, okay, so very nicely sculpted, as you can see. So it has the silver hair, and then the blue eyes, and then his trench coat also is rubber plastic at the same time. Okay, so it has also the belt, okay, just like in the game, because Dante, his jacket, he did not close this one, okay, in his front. Okay, just like in the Devil May Cry 3 game. Okay, so his pants also is very nicely sculpted. Okay, so we have leather pants, so it has black and brown combination for the paint of his leather pants. Okay, and also his boots are very nicely detailed. Okay, so Dante, okay, it has also details for his, very nicely detailed for his gloves. Okay, so this is trigger hands for his what we call this one, for holding his guns, okay, for his ebony and ivory. And we can also use our what we call this one, our rebellion. Okay, so let me show you how are we going to insert the rebellion sword in his hands. So I'm going to remove the peg and insert our rebellion. So we have to apply a little pressure for holding his rebellion sword. Okay, so that's it. So Dante can hold it no problem. Okay. Okay, so the same with his Nevan. Okay, we can also insert our Nevan here, but I'm just going to focus first on his articulation. Okay, so as you can see, Dante has a lot of articulation. Okay, so it has a ball jointed, okay, for his head, a ball jointed, so we can rotate the head of Dante no problem. It has also a hinge up and down, okay. And then for his arms, we can rotate this one into 360 degrees, no problem. It has a butterfly joint, okay. We can rotate this one in and out, okay. Okay, so we can move in, move out for his arm. Okay, there's a butterfly joint. And then bicep articulation, we can also rotate this part here for his bicep, and it has an elbow or 90 degrees movement for his elbow articulation. Okay, so we have to be careful for this rotating this. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so Dante has also an elbow articulation, and then this is a ball joint here. Okay, there's a hinge. Okay, we can move up, down, no problem with his hands or his hand rest. We can also rotate this one. Okay, so it really depends on you if how are you going to do the pose while holding his guns or even his sword. Okay, so that is for his arm articulation. Okay, for his chest articulation, there's also a movement here. Okay, there's also a movement in this part here. Okay, so we can rotate this one a little bit up and down because this is a ball joint. So very nicely done because of his belt here. At least he can hide the space, okay, in between his stomach and his chest here. Okay, so for his leg articulation, okay, we can move this up and down. Okay, no problem, in and out. Okay, and then it has also knee articulation. Okay, okay, single, it's a double jointed. Okay, so we can bend the knee for almost 90 degrees. Okay, and then for his boots, okay, we can also rotate his boots for almost 360 degrees, but I'm not going to turn it fully 360 degrees because I'm afraid that it would be broken. Okay, so it has an articulation. We can rotate this one, and then for his ankle articulation, or there is also a hinge here, okay, which can we move up and down a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, okay, so there's a movement, hinge articulation for his boots, and we can rotate 360 degrees with no problem. Okay, so we don't have any problem for Dante when for the support of his feet, because he can support his entire body. Okay, so for his leather jacket, okay, we can rotate the joints or the articulation of his arm for his what we call this one, for his leather pants with no problem, because this is made of rubber plastic. Okay, so it has also a ball joint hinge here for his coat. Okay, so if you would like to have a pose of Dante when his jacket was being blown by a wind, no problem with that. Okay, because there is a ball joint in that part of Dante. So very nicely done, very nicely detailed for this figure. Okay, and also to be honest, Play Art Sky is one of the company who are making a figure with a high detail, with a good quality paint job also. Okay, so if I'm going to rate this figure in between 1 to 0, I'm going to give Dante 9. Okay, because of very nicely done for his sculpting, for the paint job, for the articulation also. So it is there. Okay, so there is our Dante, the younger of son of Sparta. Okay, so very nice figure, to be honest, guys. Okay, so I think we're done reviewing this figure, so stay tuned for the next episode, because I'm going to show you the twin sons, or the twin of, or the older brother of Dante, which is Virgil. Okay, so we're going to review Virgil at the same time. I'm going to show you the accessories of that figure, and we're going to compare him with Dante, of course. Okay, so again, thank you for joining me in this episode of my toy review. Okay, so stay tuned for the next episode for Virgil from the Devil May Cry 3 series. Again, thank you for joining me, and then please do subscribe in my channel and hit the notification bell at the same time, so that you can be updated in my new uploaded videos. Okay, so thank you and peace.